Another casted game of Zero Space coming at you from Frank Sriracha Jr. On this game on Canyon, we've got Snooki in the upper right versus Nobu in the lower left. And this is kind of a horizontal map. I don't think I've seen a horizontal map in quite a long time. I know vertical maps were a bit popular in StarCraft for a while, but truthfully, I haven't. My everlasting shame, I've kind of not kept up with StarCraft in a little bit. But we have Zero Space. All right, looks like both Prefect Asters in this PvP are going to be taking out the bulky Spiderlings. Like they're both going to get the exact same amount of yeah, they're staying on the same resources for now. It looks like Snooki's going to be getting this the third Towers Hex site, but Nobu's Prefect Aster is going to come on forward and contest it. Okay, but now Snooki's Aster is taking actual, like, damage. Is he going to go down? No, he barely survives. 8 health left, 14, but he's regenerating. Oh no, is this a game you really want to play? Oh no, being able to hit the Merc outpost from the high ground is pretty brutal. And setting up a light turret up there as well just to put down more hurt. Okay, so that Aster, both Asters go down. Mutually assured disaster. I'm sorry. Oh man, that was so bad. But yeah, this little light turret's just gonna constantly do damage, I guess. I think the Valkyrie outpost is done now. I don't see the HP going up anymore. But do we have any units coming out here? Okay, we do have a commando, at least one commando. But we've got so many Valkyrie hounds coming out with along with a commando from Nobu, knocking on the front door of Snooki here. That's a lot of firepower to deal with for Snooki. And the supply, there we go. Okay, the supply's finally evened out. All the Valkyrie hounds pop out for Snooki. And Nobu is ahead. Again, Nobu seems to really like to prioritize the talents. And I think it really, I mean, it's definitely paying off. Snooki cleaning things up here. Front door, throwing down another supply platform. Shielded Valkyrie hounds are pretty good. And they can take quite a bit of damage. But man, that AoE shot, that shotgun blast from Snooki's Aster is pretty good. I think one of the Valkyrie hounds got teleported out of there. But the hound count favors Snooki quite a bit, and the supplies are dead even. Nobu's kind of running away with the talents, though. What do we get? An extra hound when a mercenary squad is purchased. So yeah, we're gonna be seeing hounds on hounds. We have here. We have some more prospectors coming out here for Nobu, so we know he wants to tech into something else. Or at least, like, start purchasing different tech units or different buildings, maybe. But yeah, so far, I mean, it seems to be pretty well mirrored. Oh, and the Snooki bought turrets for his supply platforms. The absolutely riveting light turret versus light turret combat. Okay. But yeah, I think Nobu coming on forward with his extra hounds. The free extra hounds are going to be pretty good. And Nobu's up by 10 supply, but I don't think that's going to be enough to break this position. I would be okay if Nobu just kind of like left it alone. But actually, the contain is good. The contain would be good, but I think I don't think he knows that Snooki hasn't taken this third yet. Nobu has taken a third, but I have to kind of like squint my eyes and stare at the minimap just because, yeah, Nobu's player color is the exact same color as an untaken Hexite field. It feels strange. Nobu, by all rights, Nobu should be, like, pulling away with this, with the supply, but Shnuki's only staying 10 supply behind this entire time. I think constantly taking these, constantly taking these fights where Shnuki has the static D that's backing him up is kind of hindering Nobu from snowballing. I think if you just backed off the gas a little bit and let Shnuki try to, like, rattle the bars of the cage that he's stuck in, I think Nobu could pull away. He just needs to have a little bit more patience. Here we go. So he's setting up a concave-ish type of, well, it's really just a line. It's a line with a, well, I'm not going to say it, but we've got the Valkaru Hound and along, he's got a good defensive position. He's got a very turgid position there. Shnuki's happy to just sit there. Hey, Hitano, good to see you, buddy. Alright, so, but Nobu's Hexite production is just far and away better than Shnuki's. And is he going for a fourth? He is. And it's not quite online yet, but he is going to be able to outspend Shnuki, but he's not. The supply just doesn't reflect that for whatever reason. Shnuki is going to try to break out of the jail cell that he finds himself in. A lot of these Valkaru Hounds at the very front are getting chip damage, and they go down. But if there's one thing that Nobu's got in plenty supply, it's going to be those Valkaru Hounds. Getting a free Valkaru Hound with every Merc squad that you buy is pretty good. Now the next question becomes: is Nobu going to try and put a sensor platform somewhere around here and let his commandos jump all the way up there so he can dive on the army of Shnuki? Whoa! There's the Hellfire. And both their Hellfires show up at the same time? What? I think they realize they don't want to, siege combat is for suckers. They don't want to do this anymore. Nobu taking insane losses here. But I think, yeah, the Aster for Nobu is just out and out better. The veterancy that's coming down is pretty good. But no! Valkaru Beast drops down from Shnuki. Gets right on top of the Hellfire. The Hellfire does go down. But now the Valkaru Beast goes down. And now it's... Oh no! Losing that veterancy tier 2 Aster when your opponent has a Valkaru Beast and their own tier 2 Aster on your front door with a smattering of their own commandos is bad news bears. The slow fade out of the corpses, I really like that, actually. It lets, like, the leftovers of a battlefield still look like a battlefield for a little bit before things start to decay. Now, whether or not, in the future, some factions are going to be able to have some kind of a mechanic with a corpse is yet to be seen, but we'll find out. Alright, the Hellfire for Shnuki is now out and saying, look, I have a siege weapon, you don't kindly leave. Well, I say that, but now 3 Hellfires for Nobu show up and say, fine, you want to have this this long range? You want to have this long range fight? We can do that, but you won't enjoy it. Is this just turning into the Terran, like, tank line versus tank line? By the way, Zero Space devs, the fact that I can, like, continue to zoom out to, like, pass the Hellfire shooting range is so nice. That is such a great quality of life thing that I think a lot of other, like, some other RTSs don't take into account. It's like, I need to be able to see the range of the maximum firing range unit plus a little bit so that I can watch the rest of the battle. Having that here is so nice. Why didn't those Hellfires start shooting earlier? Valkaru Beast teleports to the back line, shows up and is going to start hitting the Hellfires. One goes down. Oh, but the Valkaru Beast goes down. Oh no, the Sol Invictus is coming on forward. You don't want that thing to die next to your really valuable stuff, but it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. Positions himself right next to a bunch of buildings. Out goes the nuclear explosion, damages damn near everything. A bunch of the fun glitter sticks around to do damage over time. But we don't really see any more frontline. You know what? I think Schnuki could have stayed in the game a little bit longer. All he had after that was 3 Hellfires. Like, he doesn't have a frontline anymore. Anyways, Nobu takes it after being able to siege Hellfires. A lot more Hellfires than Schnuki could use on the defensive. So GG's, thank you so much, guys. And look at this talent tree. Oh my goodness. Nobu's just killing it, prioritizing the experience. Anyway, GG's, guys. Thank you so much for the submission.